Now then people, it's Joe, All Leeds TV, and it is your Sheffield United pre-match chat. Massive game this Saturday against the Blades. Listen, I'll take a point, I'll go out and say that now, but if we can win that game and get 9 from the last 3, that is huge. And it isn't without, you know, it is within reach. We can do it, do you know what I mean? Record and stuff isn't great against the Blades. They beat us both games last season, and I'll delve into that a little bit more later on. But yeah, if you're watching this as well, make sure you check out the guys at the Terrace store. I guess you might have seen on our socials today we've linked up with them, so you'll be getting a special code within this video that'll entitle you to 10% off. Just in time for Christmas as well, so make sure you check them out. As you can see, some of their cups are here, your Boa Speed. I've wore the t-shirt and stuff before the North is ours. They've got some really cool stuff, so make sure you check them out. And obviously tomorrow as well, I just want to quickly mention Conor. His Friday Night Football is back. He's now back in the UK, which I'm buzzing for. You know, hopefully a home game very soon we'll be able to meet up. But he's going to be doing Friday Night Football with Travelling Blade, so it's another YouTube channel like ours. We've done them before. I know he's done a video with Brummy Joe. He did one with West Brom TV. They are very good, well received, and there's a lot of. It's good to get it from another fan's point of view, because let's be honest, not all of us take note of all other teams. So it is interesting to get that other point, you know, a point of view from a team, from a different team, and what they expect in the game. Their form's not been great, but I guess they'll be pretty confident because, as I say, the record against us is fairly good. But yeah, Travelling Blade will be linking up with Conor tomorrow in tomorrow's Friday Night Football, so make sure you check that out. But onto the match itself then. So we've had the press conference today, Marcelo Bielsa, so I'm just going to touch on a few things. Massive key point, I guess, is the fact that Pontus Jansson's going to be back. He did mention that he does take precautions with players that have been out for as long as 20 days. So maybe he's not 100%. But what other options do we have, guys? You know, for me, we can't have that patched up line up like we did against Bristol City. KP does mint in at centre back, but I think if you've got Janssen available, then you play him. Especially in a big game like this, 2nd versus 5th, he's got to play. So hopefully that will happen, and we'll have Janssen back in the side. So that's one massive plus. He did mention the Alioski dive. The question was put to him about Alioski's dive, which, you know, I've seen a lot of people coming out and defending it. For me, I was fuming with it. I think it was atrocious. It had shades of the Adrian about it. Do you remember that role? Not as bad as that, but I think Bielsa's come out and said, you know, that he doesn't like cheats, right? He said that, and Alioski was pretty ineffective in the game anyway. But do you think maybe he brought him off because of that? Will we see Clarke start? You know, I said in my video after the Reading game that he was blowing a gale. And I don't think he's ready to start. But in hindsight, I mean, it was Tiger Steel, a fan of the show, actually mentioned to me, and I weren't aware at the time, so it's a little bit naive of me, but he'd actually played in the under-23s just the day before. So, you know, that's asking a lot of a young lad to play in the under-23s. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he played the full 90 minutes and then played 45 minutes at Ellen Road in his first, you know, it's the longest amount of time he's played. And it's in the Championship, do you know what I mean? So it is a big thing, a lot to ask of the lad. So maybe that's why he was blowing a gale, because I know a lot of people have commented on the video after the match as well, saying that he was actually done. He was battered come the end of the game. But a lot of that might be due to the fact that he played the 90 minutes the day before for the under-23s. So could it be possible that we might see Jack Clarke start on Saturday? It could well be a possibility. The way that Bielsa's come out and spoken so staunchly about cheats and how that's not what he's about, maybe he's had enough of that now. Not saying Alioski dives a lot, but maybe he's looked at him and thought, do you know what, you've dived, it's not been that great. You know what, I'm going to stick Jack Clarke in. Will he stick him in such a big game? I don't know, but there is that possibility there, guys. You know, Marcelo Bielsa also spoke highly of Chris Wilder. They're a very good team, Sheffield United, and he's a top manager. I remember, to be fair, he used to manage Halifax Town, my hometown club. So he's done well to work his way up the pyramid. Do you know what I mean? He's done a top job. I think Bielsa had said something along the lines of like he sees a style of play that Sheffield United play that he'd like to have played himself, but he's never been able to implement it. So that's a massive show of appreciation to Chris Wilder. But on the Sheffield United themselves, guys, so top scorer Billy Sharp, 10 goals. Normally that wouldn't bother me. I'd be like, right, I don't really normally look at them and say, right, okay, so when we played Brentford, I didn't look at Morphy and say, oh, he's got X amount of goals. I just wanted to check, just to see how many Billy had got this season. He got 10, and you're almost guaranteed he's going to score against us. So, and when I think about that, this game's not going to be goalless. There's not a chance it's going to be goalless. For me, I'm probably gonna say it'll be a score draw, 1-1, 2-2. Hopefully, you know, I want to win the game. Don't get me wrong. I don't want you to think I'm being negative, guys. But I just see it being a draw. But the one thing I will add to that is that we must score first in order for that result to pan out for me. Because I think if they score first, then we could lose the game. I genuinely feel that, because Wilder's astute, Sheffield United are astute, they're at home. We've not got a great record against them. If they go in front, for me, they'll probably, you know, they'll see out the game. Personally, that's my thoughts. So I still think it'll be. But then again, look, if we score first, when we've scored first 8 or 9 times this season, we haven't lost a game. So you could say, I just think the first goal's so pivotal. I do think it'll be a score draw. That's my thoughts. But we must score first against the Sheffield United side. You know, they've got some good players in there. Billy Sharp, McGoldrick, Duffy. They've got Ollie Norwood. I think we were linked with him in the summer. So, you know, they've got some good players at this level. And like I say, it's going to be a tough game. I mean, to be fair, the form's not been great. They've only won 2 of the last 6. But in a derby, especially in one like this, the form book goes out of the window, right? I mean, the wins came at home against Wigan 4-2, and they won Tuesday midweek, I think 3-2 against Brentford. So they're on the back of a good result. Yeah, the form's not been great over the last 6, but you've got to have a boost of confidence after a 3-2 win at Griffin Park, and then with it being the game that it is, I guess form goes out of the window anyway. But they will have renewed confidence after the win midweek. In terms of our head-to-head, and that's one thing I wanted to look at, because again, that's not something I would normally look at, but I know that, you know, we haven't got the greatest record against them. We've won 1 of the last 6, and that dates back to 2010, the last time we won against Sheffield United. I mean, last year we lost both games 2-1, both fixtures home and away. So, you know, this again, after the two great games, 2 great wins, not great performances, but great wins, 6 points at home. You've got to win your home games. I said before all them games begun, after all the injuries, you know, you'll take whatever at Bramall Lane as long as we win them too, and it takes the pressure off the lads going into this game now as well, because if you lose one of the other 2 that we've just had, then there's a lot more riding on this game. Now, you know, there's still a lot riding on it, but I think mentally it'll do wonders for the guys knowing that they've won 2 of the 2. You know, they've picked up 6 points, and they can go into this game with big confidence. I do, like I said, I keep saying it, but I do think it'll be a draw, and I'll take a point. 100%, I would take 7 from the 9 that's been available, and then after that we've got a nice run of fixtures: Bolton, QPR, away at Villa, and then a few, I think, Blackburn and Hull at home. So this one's massive. If we can win this, then go into them games, Bolton, QPR, and the next run of 5 games, then we could be top at Christmas. And I said it in my post-match, and everyone says, we'll see where you are at Christmas, but we get past this game, and if we can win, it's just going to do wonders, man. wonders for us, wonders for the mentality, mint for us as fans. Other championship teams, we can set out a marker on Saturday and say, you know what, yeah, we've faltered of late, but we're still up there, and this win at Bramall Lane, you know, shows what we're about, and let's hope it goes like that. But I do think it will be a score draw. My prediction, I'm going to go out on a limb and I'll say 2-2. But I want us to win the game. But that's it for your Sheffield United preview, guys. Thanks very much for tuning in. Just a short and snappy video. Can't wait for Saturday. And like I say, I'll get my post-match out. But if you're looking for Christmas presents and all that stuff, look at these cups here, man. Top notch, right? For your partners, I don't know, your friends, whatever. Head over to the Terrace store. There's is www.theterracestore.com, and you'll be asked for a code, and on that code it's all Leeds TV, all one word, in capitals. Put that in and you'll get yourself a 10% discount. So make sure you put that in, guys, and get yourself some nice Leeds stuff for Christmas. They've just brought out a new cup, the Click one, the new Rotterdam song that we sing, so that's really cool as well. So make sure you check that out. Orders order for £50 as well, free delivery. So go wild, man. 10% discount, you might as well. Why not? Thanks very much for tuning in. Make sure you check out Oscar's pre-match. He'll have a bit more of a tactical look at the teams, and obviously Friday night football tomorrow with Conor with the Travelling Blade. So that'll be a good watch as well. So make sure you tune into all of them, guys. And I'll see you very soon on Saturday. In fact, let's hope we can win and we'll be top of the championship just before the 3 p.m. kickoffs. Let's hope that's the case, guys. But thanks very much again for tuning in. All Leeds our way, marching on together. Have a mint weekend, and I'll see you Saturday. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.